Titans schedule was released this Wednesday. I will give you my initial reaction, my record prediction, and how only one primetime game actually benefits the Tennessee Titans. Plus, for all you guys that have been with me since day one, I'm adding a new member to the wall back here. Stay tuned and I'll show you who it is. Hey Titans fans, Titan Uprising here. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you to my new subscribers. I've noticed a big uptick and it means the world to me. It lets me know that you guys like what you're seeing and you guys want to keep watching me. And it means a lot to me. I can't begin to tell you how much it means to me. So thank you. I appreciate every one of you. I'm going to save the new addition to the wall back there for the end of the video because I'm sure not everybody is as into like Titans figurines as I am. As you guys can see behind me, I do love them. I constantly look on eBay and Foco and stuff like that. But so if you guys aren't into that, I get it. I understand. But if you guys are, stay through to the end of the video and I'll show you who I'm adding back there. And I will, as always, give you guys a 360 view, break down as much as I can for you. So in case you wanted to buy one. But let's get into the schedule release, guys. I will pull up the schedule for you guys right now. And I'm going to go over each game and give you my win-loss prediction. And at the end, I will give you the schedule kind of in a holistic view and give you my 2 cents on what I think is good and bad with this schedule. I do live in New York, so when I do go over these games, I'll be talking to them in Eastern time zone. For you guys down in Nashville and Tennessee, you guys are an hour ahead of us, so those will be, you know, obviously we all know Titans got a bunch of 1 p.m. Eastern time games, so that'll be noon time for you guys down there. But we'll start off here, week 1 at Chicago, 1 p.m. Eastern time. Now, the Titans historically have dropped the ball week 1, and man, did I really want to go 0-1 here. It's against a rookie quarterback too, and we all know how Tennessee has struggled with rookie quarterbacks in the past. But this is a new regime. The Titans are going to be new as well. Not a rookie quarterback, but a quarterback that's still relatively young as far as, you know, he hasn't even started a full slate of games yet, as far as a season of games yet. So this is technically still his rookie year of starting season games, if that makes any sense. So Chicago's going to be in for some surprises as well. And I just think a true rookie quarterback is going to be, it's going to be a lot for him, especially with the secondary the Titans are going to have out there this year. I have Tennessee winning this one, so the Titans will be 1-0. And I will preach this throughout the rest of the schedule. This is a new regime. This is a new Titans team, new coaching, new everything. So it's going to be hard for us to get out of our heads what the Titans have always done and how they've historically dropped the ball in certain areas, how they've done well in certain other areas. We'll get into most of that, but just kind of want to make sure you guys remember that point when I'm going forward on the schedule, because I have to remind myself as well. Because honestly, if this was last year, I'd start the Titans off 0-1 because a Mike Vrabel squad loses the first game every year. But we'll get into the rest of the schedule here, guys. Week 2. First home game, and this is against the New York Jets, 1 p.m. Eastern time. I have the Titans losing this one. Aaron Rodgers is back. The Jets have talent. The Jets have a legit defense. It sucks losing the home opener, but the Jets are a legit team. The Jets are a playoff team, and they're a scary playoff team with Aaron Rodgers. I have them dropping their first home game, unfortunately. And like I said, Titans will go to 1-1. Week 3, home against the Green Bay Packers, 1 p.m. Eastern time. This is the Titans' second home game. They're pissed. They lost against the Jets. Here come the Packers. Excuse me. Now, last year, I would have said the Titans lose this game because they have LaFleur as a head coach in Green Bay, and he knows Vrabel inside and out, and he just knows what Tennessee's going to do. Because if you guys remember, LaFleur was the offensive coordinator for 1 year, and I'm a firm believer that he built that offensive scheme that Tennessee had for many years. So every time we faced them, he knew what we were going to do, and he shut them down. And he's just a better coach. I think this is different now with Kelly And we have Denard Wilson there as defensive coordinator, who is unfortunately probably going to be a head coach very soon in the NFL. Hopefully not next year. I got mixed feelings. I wish him the best, but I don't want to lose him for Titans' sakes. But I think the Titans win this one 2-1, just because, like I said, I'll preach it throughout the rest of the video. New Titans coaching staff, new regime, things are going to be different. I would have had the Titans losing this one last year or in the years prior. Now, week 4, the Titans' only primetime game, and it's in Miami again, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time, just like last year when the Titans went into Miami and had that historical comeback win on Monday Night Football. And like I said, this was Monday Night Football as well. This is cool. Miami is going to be pissed about that. They're going to remember this. They're going to have this game circled on their calendars. I don't see the Titans winning this game. I think the Titans might have crept up on some people last year on this game, and they weren't taking it seriously. And I think Miami won't let that happen again. I actually think this game could potentially be Titans' biggest blowout of the year. And I hope I'm wrong, but I just think the Miami Dolphins are going to have this game circled, and they're going to want revenge. I had the Titans going 2-2 heading into their week 5 bye. Now they come out of their week 5 bye, and week 6, they have their home game against the Indianapolis Colts, 1 p.m. Eastern time. Their first division game comes week 6. Now, Indy, I am not an Anthony Richardson believer by any means. A lot of people are on the Colts bandwagon, and I'm not sure why. I can't figure that one out. I really can't. Anthony Richardson hasn't proven anything yet. And until he does, I don't have any faith in the Colts. And I don't think the Colts are going to beat the Titans at home. And I have the Titans going 3-2 here and winning this football game. And I think Anthony Richardson throws some interceptions. And speaking of interceptions, I have the Titans going into Buffalo week 7, 1 p.m. Eastern time, and winning that game as well, going to 4-2. I will be at this game. So if you guys are there, hit me up, because I am from New York. So when they come to Buffalo, I will, of course, be there. I think Josh Allen throws a couple interceptions, if not 3 or 4. I think this is just an ugly game for Josh Allen. I think our secondary absolutely eats him alive, and I think he gets trigger happy, which he's shown that he still can do. He tries, I think he'll try to run and he'll get stuffed. I think it's just going to be a bad game for Josh Allen. And I personally, being from the Buffalo area, I don't think the Bills will be what people think they're going to be this year. They lost a lot of talent. Now, a lot of people say they're old talent they got rid of. No, Stephon Diggs really helped out Josh Allen. He's not there anymore. It's his first year without him. Let's see what they do. But I'm not a firm believer in the Bills this year. Titans go to 4-2. Things are optimistic here. Excuse me. Now week 8 comes at Detroit, 1 p.m. Eastern time. And unfortunately, I see the Titans losing this one. They go to 4-3. Detroit's a solid team. They're a great team. And it's in Detroit as well. That place will be rocking. The Lions have a team. And it's nice to see the Lions with a good team. But not when they play the Titans. And I don't see how Titans can do this one. There's talent all over the board on the Lions. It's going to be a tough game. I think it'll be closer than most people think. I think it'll be a one-score game. But this is going to be a tough game for the Titans, and I don't see them winning this one. Week 9, home against the New England Patriots, 1 p.m. Eastern time. New England they have some talent on the defense, but new coaching staff, new regime. I think Belichick needed to be out of there personally. But it's in Tennessee. New England's going to be young. Who knows who the starting quarterback's going to be? I see Tennessee winning this one 5-3. And I actually do think this is going to be one of the bigger wins of the season for the Titans. I think they absolutely wallop the Patriots. I think that this is going to be an ugly game for the Patriots. I think the Patriots are going to try and keep teams close with their defense. And I just think I think this is where you truly see the trio for the Titans kick in with Hopkins, Boyd, Ridley. I think you really see them start to take hold right around the middle of the season, they're just going to start to gel. And I think this is the game where they absolutely just light a team up. And I could see Levis throwing for 400 plus in this game against a team that has a good defense. I just don't like the matchup for the Patriots here. I think Tennessee lights them up, but they're going to go into that high or come off that high, and they're going to travel across to the West Coast here to the LA Chargers, 4:05 p.m. Eastern time. And I think they lose this one. And I think it's because of a few reasons here. One, the Titans just came off a really big win against the Patriots. People are like, wow, look at this team. They're 5-3. And I think they come up against a Chargers team that has some talent, which has some good coaching with Harbaugh there. And anytime you travel, across the states, it messes you up a little bit. And I think the Titans lose that one and they drop to 5-4. Now, week 11, they host the Minnesota Vikings, 1 p.m. Eastern time. Minnesota, I think here, I like Minnesota personally. I think I've always just had a thing for Minnesota. Don't know why. As far as an NFC team goes, obviously they play Tennessee. I don't want them to win. But Minnesota's got talent. They have Justin Jefferson. They have Addison. They got guys on that team. This is a good team. I think by this time, McCarthy starts to show people why the Vikings took him. And I think he starts to get a rhythm more towards the middle to late part of the season. And I think they catch the Titans here in a close game. And I think they win. So I had the Titans dropping to 5-5 on the record. Week 12 at Houston, 1 p.m. This is at Houston. Titans are on a 2-game losing streak. And unfortunately, I don't see that losing streak ending. I think they're going to go on a 3-game losing streak here after that high where they beat the Patriots. I think they're going to drop to 5-6. And it's at Houston, which is one of the reasons I have them losing. And I think Tennessee is just still trying to figure themselves out a little bit here. Houston's a good team. They're a very good team. As much as I hate saying that, they are. But I think this game right here shows that Tennessee, I think they're going to lose this to it's going to be a close game. But I think it shows that Tennessee can hang with the big boys. And there's a reason I'm saying that, because they go in week 13 at Washington. We'll see what Daniels can be as a quarterback, but I don't, he has Scary Terry there on offense. I'm not a big Washington football team believer there. They're not exactly loaded with talent. Titans should not lose this game. And I think this is a get-right game. And I think they even out their season here at 6-6. Now there's 4 games left in the season. And, 5 games left in the season. And the Titans are at 6-6. I have week 14, home against the Jaguars, 1 p.m. I am not a Jags fan at all, and I am definitely not a Jags believer at all. I think Trevor Lawrence will get a contract, and I think they're going to regret it. For some reason, I don't think he has it. I don't think Doug Peterson has it. I don't think the Jags have it. I think the Jags will be what they've always been. They get hot for a season, people talk them up, and then they suck. And they showed last year how they're capable of collapsing, and they collapsed. Titans win here 7-6, and I actually think it's going to be one of the more impressive wins of the season for the Titans. Now they're 7-6. Week 15, they're hosting Brian Callahan's ex-team there, the Cincinnati Bengals, 1 p.m. Eastern time. And I think this is a statement game for Cali, where he knows the Cincinnati offense inside and out. He tells Denard Wilson what to expect. He has little, parts of his offense, obviously, will mimic Cincinnati's. Cincinnati's not going to know what to expect from Cali as far as a head coach. They'll have 13 games prior to go off of this, but, I think this one's going to be circled on his calendar, whether he wants to admit it or not. And I think he wins against his former team. I think goes to 8-6. And I also I don't believe that the Cincinnati Bengals, they've lost some players. A lot of people are saying that they're going to surprise people this year with Joe Burrow coming back. Okay, maybe. But, they don't have Joe Mixon anymore, which Mixon, for some reason, was very underappreciated in Cincinnati. Not sure why. And I also don't think T. Higgins is even on the team this year come after the trade deadline. I think they trade him. He wants out. And, I don't know. I think Cincinnati's kind of having a little bit of a mini implosion. And we'll see if they can weather that or not. But that's what happens when you pay your quarterback big-time bucks and he gets hurt. Now, Tennessee, Week 16, they are currently 8-6, and they head into Indianapolis. And you guys know I'm not an Indianapolis fan at all. And unfortunately, I think they get caught here, and they lose in Indy 8-7 on a close game. I still don't think Indy's going to be a playoff team this year. I think they're going to be middle of the pack as far as maybe like a, I don't know, 7-10 team, 8-9 maybe. But I think they catch Tennessee here, and Tennessee drops to 8-7. Week 17 at Jags, 1 p.m. I think Tennessee still continues to own the Jags. I can't begin to tell you guys how much I'm not a believer in the Jags. I just don't think they're a good football team. And I don't know why other people don't see that. Maybe I'm wrong. I'll eat my own words come the end of the season if they win the Super Bowl, but I don't think they're gonna. I just don't. I watch them play, and I'm just not a believer in them at all. Trevor Lawrence isn't where he's supposed to be at in his career if he's supposed to be this next generational quarterback. And they don't have Ridley anymore on the team. I don't care. They wanted him back. I don't care who else you go out and get. He's not Ridley. He's on the Titans now. And I forgot to mention it in the other game, Ridley's going to smoke the Jags every time they play. He's going to put up 100 yards and a touchdown. Might as well lock it in. If you guys want to place a bet on it, bet on it. I will. 100 yards and a touchdown for Ridley every time they play the Jags. Titans go 9-7. Week 18, home against the Houston Texans. And this is a flex game, and this will be flexed because it's either going to be Saturday or Sunday in January. And I have it being, man, this is a big game. Titans are 9-7, home against Houston. There's a chance that the Titans are rocking the Houston Oilers jerseys against the Texans in this game. And I think they beat the Texans. And they go to 10-7. And the reason why this game is flexed is because it's a good shot. This is for the division. Now, a lot of people might say, hey, Houston's going to be 11-6 or 12-5, so 10-7 doesn't matter. Well, Texans are playing a first place schedule for the first time in many years. Let's see what they do, okay? But I do think they're a great football team. But 10-7, I have the Tennessee Titans going here, and gets them a shot at the division. You know, we don't know what the other team's records are going to be. This is all speculation, right? But it either gives them a shot at the division or definitely a shot at the wild card. Now, there is a few things that I'm taking away from this schedule. A lot of fans are mad about the one primetime game. I get it, but the Titans haven't made the playoffs in 2 years. They don't deserve a primetime game, honestly. And I'm a Titans fan, obviously. And listen, we want to watch our team on primetime, just like everybody else does. But when we got to sit out there and watch the stupid Giants this year a couple times, we're going to be mad about it. Just how other teams would be mad if the Titans were out there. But, well, they haven't made the playoffs in 2 years. Why the hell are the Titans on there? That's how other teams are going to view it. And I get it. Even if the Titans did have an amazing comeback against the Dolphins last year, which is probably the only reason they got the Monday Night Football rematch this year, that's the only reason they have one primetime game anyways. So if that's, one of the reasons that you say the Titans need to have another primetime game, that's probably the only reason why they got one. The Titans they're a number 9 pick this year. Number 7 pick, my bad. But they don't, they didn't prove anything the past couple of years. They don't, You win games, you get primetime games. That's as simple as it gets, really. It sucks. I want to have primetime games too. But as much as this sucks to see them get only one primetime game, this also is their biggest beneficiary, okay? And let me explain why. The Titans do not have a Thursday night game, so that means they don't have any short weeks, and their Monday night game is before a bye, so there's no short week at all for the Titans. If they played Monday Night Football in Miami and then they traveled somewhere else and played Sunday, that's a short week. But guess what? They don't have to worry about that. They had the Monday Night Football game week 4. Week 5 is their bye. They don't have to worry about a short week. Those are benefits. This will help the Titans stay on a regular schedule throughout the season and not have to deal with, short weeks, especially being a young team and a new coaching staff. The longest away stretch of games the Titans have is 2. And the longest home stretch they have is 2. Now, the reason I brought that up is because the Titans had a 3-game streak of away games last year. 3 games in a row were all away. And one of them was a Thursday night game in Pittsburgh, which I was at. The Titans lost all 3. They had 3 straight away games. They lost every one of them. They don't have to worry about that this year, okay? That's good. That's hard on any team. It's a lot of traveling. You don't get to see your family much. I wouldn't like that either. I think the Titans have to go into the bye at 2-2, but if they go in at 1-3, it's not the end of the world. The Titans' first divisional game comes after the bye, and then in the final 5 weeks of the season, they play 4 divisional games. These are crucial because the Titans will be learning, gelling, figuring themselves out as a team. And the back half of the schedule is very important because of this. Now, the worst part of the schedule by far is week 5 bye. That sucks. There's no way around that. It would be nice to have one in the middle of the season, but it didn't happen. It is what it is. Now, like I said, I had the Titans going 10-7, but I could see them going 7-10 just as easy. We won't know what to expect of this team until we start getting into training camp and preseason. And I'll be doing a couple more record predictions before the season starts. Excuse me. And we get to see and get a feel for who the Titans truly are. This team could go any which way. They're young. We don't know what to expect. Like I said, and I said in the beginning of the video, and I'll keep saying it probably even into the season. This is a new regime, new coaching staff, new players. We don't know what to expect. You can't say, the Titans have always done this because, we haven't seen this version of the Titans yet. Now, that's why I said, like a team like the Bills, they could catch sleeping because, their quarterback's prone to interceptions. And we're boasting one hell of a secondary there with LSJ, Awuzie, McCreary. I do believe we're going to grab Simmons at safety. And, we have Hooker back there. Man, I'm loving the secondary. I think it's going to, quarterbacks that struggle with interceptions will struggle against the Titans. I think for sure, especially with Denard Wilson being a mainly secondary defensive backs defensive coach, and now he is the defense coordinator. But guys, that is my record prediction, 10-7. But like I said, I could see them easily going 7-10 as well. I don't think this is a 5 or 6 win football team. I think 7 is their floor. I think 10 is their ceiling. I could see them possibly getting to 11 games if they go out and get Simmons, if they go out and get an edge rusher. I said before, I wouldn't mind them getting Calais Campo. I think, we need to add edge, and the Titans have come out and said that. Now, for you guys that want to stay with me, and I hope you do, because I really get into this stuff, I'm adding a new member to the wall behind me, and I'll grab him here in a second. Now, I just came back from a 2-week vacation with my family. We were leaving. We left about 12 days ago in the morning, mid-morning, I should say. It was about 10 a.m., 10:30, and FedEx shows up like 15 minutes before we leave, and here's the box, and I'm like, damn it, like I want to look at this, right? So I unboxed it real quick, looked at it. It was still in the styrofoam and everything, and I really wanted to check it out, but I took a picture of it so I could look at it on the airplane, and but I didn't get to feel it and hold it. So I really wanted to come back and do a video. I just got back today, and here he is. This is Will Levis bobblehead. Now I'm keeping the styrofoam in there for now because he doesn't bobble with it in, and I kind of like that. Kind of looks cool. And actually, I don't know. I'll probably take it out eventually, but for now, I'm keeping it in because I don't know if I'll be able to get it back in once I take it out. Now, this is pretty cool. I pre-ordered this like I swear it was like 5 months ago. It felt like it was forever ago. It was pretty detailed. I'll kind of put a close up there for you guys. It's got his little eye marking there. You know, he's got the pearly whites here. He's got the little beard. This is very detailed too with the hair. This is obviously the, you know, the stuffing there, so the head doesn't bobble. But I'll give a 360 view. Like I said, this thing's pretty detailed. If you can see, it says Levis here. Obviously, this is a Houston Oilers jersey, which is sick. And it, you know, shows Oilers here in the background. And the reason I can tip this like this, I'll show you guys in a second, is because of this. This is actually a screw and a nut right here. So it screws right down, which is pretty cool. Now, I'm just looking at this for the first time. If that's accurate, and this says this is 1 of 72, I probably shouldn't have taken this out of the box. But you know what? I don't care. I'm not going to sell it anyways. But, you know, this is pretty cool. It has the felt down here. So you can not worry about scratching anything up. And like I said, this is a Foco. I have bought a few of these now. And as you guys can see in the background here, it says 4 touchdowns, October 29th, 2023 in 1 game. If you guys can see that, I'll try to spin it to where you can. In 1 game. This thing is cool. Obviously love how it's the Oilers there and how detailed it is. And this is solid. Like, this has some sturdiness to it. And I'm not worried about him moving. He's moving a little bit, as you can see. You can see him move a little bit there. Because I don't have it screwed down completely tight. But I love this thing. This is very detailed. Like, look at just the NFL symbol there on his pants. And look at the stripe. This thing is sick. Now, actually, I just noticed there's a little red line going on his calf there. It looks like there is. See? And that's okay. These actually look like, and I hate to say like, oh, wow, look at this, but like, this is literally like my first time looking at it. This is actually a sticker right here. These are stickers. You can see. See the crease right there? That's actually a sticker right there. That's a sticker for the stripe on the socks. But oh, wow. A lot of it is sticker. I didn't realize that. So you can kind of see sticker on that. It's not painted on. I thought maybe it was. See how the sticker shines right there? You see it shining in the light. So all this stuff is sticker. But besides like here and, you know, this wristband's not sticker. Is the eyeliner sticker? The eyeliner is sticker as well. Look at that. You can kind of see it shine. Now, it's amazing to me how, like, this is detailed to cloth, if you can see that. It's amazing to me how different these things are, because I'm going to put him right up here, right next to my favorite one, King Henry. That one's cool. And for you guys that maybe haven't seen this one, this is my favorite one by far. This thing is just amazing. I absolutely love this thing. My wife got me this. And this is number 2. 502 out of 2021. You can see that. It's probably reversed for you guys, so I apologize for that. But this is pretty cool. As well, it has the felt down there. Now, this is an older one. And sorry, I'm not going to go into all of these, but if you guys want, I have previous videos on these. This is Steve McNair here. Rest in peace, McNair. This is one of my favorite ones. But what sucks is, it's just a peg that goes right in here. I had to glue that to get to stay up. There's no way around it. And I got it from a guy on eBay, and it's not his fault. It was brand new in the package. I think that's just the way they made it. But, I mean, like, look at the detail on the cleat even in there. You can see grass. Like, that is cool. That's not dust. I'm not a dirty person. That's grass. Like, this thing is cool. It's very textured. It's very detailed. You know, yeah. It's just amazing to see. Are these stickers too? Or is this painted on? Wow, the helmet's actually painted on. That's actually painted on. But it's amazing to see how they kind of transpire or grow, if you want to say, as time goes on with the figurines. I'll kind of lean over there for a second. So obviously this is a lot older. This is probably 4 or 5 years old, and this is fresh. So you can kind of see the progression and the changes in those. Pretty cool. But guys, like I said, sorry for nerding out on you with the figurines. I hope some of you guys do enjoy that because I really do enjoy collecting those. I'm probably gonna have to build another shelf or do something on the sides. I do need another helmet here, so I want one for right here. I love it. I'm a Titans fan, guys. But as always, tighten up, and we'll talk soon, guys. Bye.